Okay, so we're with Liz Gallagher of E3G. We're on the first extra day at COP17. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty about what's coming next. Let's talk a little bit about some of the good things you've seen here.
Sure. Well, I think what we've seen over the past 2 days is a real kind of coalition of the willing. So we've seen the EU, AOSIS and the LDCs kind of come out and push strongly on ambition in these talks. And I think that's been a real coup here. I think whatever happens in terms of the outcome, that those countries, that large majority that want an ambitious outcome here is something key to take away from this process.
And how would you define an ambitious outcome?
I think an ambitious outcome should include a mandate on the LCA side, so we want a kind of a legally binding instrument and a deadline for 2015. And on the other side, we want the EU to adopt a second commitment of the Kyoto Protocol as well, and that would be an ambitious outcome.
And if that doesn't materialize over the next few hours here, what would we expect to see from that group?
It's not entirely sure what we'd expect to see from that group. It's really difficult to know exactly what's going on. You know, there's the closed-in DARPA session. There's people sort of scuttling out, going off to mitigation working groups and finance working groups. So it's still to play for. And I think the key thing is you know, when the final outcome happens, that we remember that there are a bunch of countries, the vast majority of which want an ambitious outcome in the future, you know, within the next year. And I think that's the critical piece for this outcome.
And what outcome would you like to see in the next few hours?
I'd like to see these guys get their act together. I'd like to see them really working hard and getting to basically to isolate the US and to get them to stop blocking on a vast array of different issues that they are blocking currently.
Do you think that'll happen?
I think it's still unclear yet. I really hope it will do. We're really trying hard to push the EU and make sure that they have resolve, that they've got to be really courageous. And I think, you know, fingers crossed we can come out of here with a salvageable and sufficient deal. I think if we don't, then we have to consider different options about what the next steps look like.
Great. Thanks, Liz.